Guys, Jai Mata Di. It's been 6 months on board ship, and today I am going to show my people out there how to do a fuel wall. Frankly speaking, guys, there are so many fundas going on board ship. People tell you a lot of things. I was lucky enough to sail with some experienced second engineers. I have never called myself as a very good engineer because when it comes to my working with hand skills, they have never been so good. But those people who have that, they work tremendously well on board ship. To every marine engineer out there, from junior engineer to chief engineer and electrical officer, we all know that earning respect on ship is very important. We all know fast promotions are very important, and we all know that इज्जत कमानी है, promotion चाहिए तो काम आना चाहिए, तो जूते पड़ते हैं, गालियां पड़ती हैं, and for that you need a good mentor. Sometimes we keep finding those mentors on board ship, अगर नहीं मिल रहे तो MND Flix है ना, Merchant Navy Decoded has launched a subscription model where you can find more than 30 plus courses with respect to your rank, helping you earn respect on ship. Please enroll on these free trial videos, watch these videos as per rank, and then decide whether you want to invest or not with a very good flexible payment plan as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata. So first of all, we know yaar, it's a fuel wall. Inlet यहाँ से आता है, inlet यहाँ से आता है, goes inside. This is a nozzle. There is a spring over here which has been pressed to develop and against the pressure of 400 bar to be developed. जो फ्यूल यहाँ से जाएगा, unless and develop 400 bar pressure, the spring inside will not lift. That will not let the nozzle lift. Nozzle के अंदर जो ball लगा हुआ है, it will not lift, and the oil is not going to come out from here. Simple guys. So first of all, मुझे spring को depressurize करना है. I have to loosen it. So when I am talking about this fuel wall, see, जो smart engineer रहेगा, he will know the function of what is the function of this O-ring, what is the function of this O-ring. Okay. So this is the lock nut that I am using, guys. Okay. Now I will depressurize. See, guys, this nut is holding against this over here. This is the one which is tightening the pressure. So when I lose, this is going to come down. इसको क्या कहते हैं? See, this is coming down. That means the pressure is, the compressed spring is being decompressed. See, it is coming down. It is called spring guide, guys. So now it has been decompressed. Let me open this lock nut over here. How I open the lock nut? Okay. The lock nut has been opened. See, it is loose, guys. This lock nut is basically holding this nozzle along with the complete body together. So when I am overhauling, guys, I'll keep this drawing with me over here. What is each part called? So this is number 8, and number 8 is called case nut. This is called a case nut. See, written over here. Disassembling procedure. Loosen the lock nut. Loosen the pressure adjusting nut, which I showed you. Now loosen the case nut. If carbon remains on the nozzle, the case nut and nozzle line come out together. Be careful that the positioning pin does not fall down. So, guys, this is the positioning pin over here. Can you see these positioning pins? The nozzle goes in like this over here. Okay. So guys, ये हमने nozzle निकाली है. See, this is a nozzle valve inside. Guys, this is a needle valve. Very fine setting needs to be there. So what happens is oil comes from here. See, from this oil over here, यहाँ से oil comes over here. Okay?
You can see that the fuel is entering inside the fuel wall. The fuel enter, goes towards the nozzle, and now the pressure will start acting on the nozzle. Can you see? Now this pressure is acting on the nozzle lifts, and this is how the fuel is injected through the atomizer.
See? See, the air is coming from this hole, not from the center one, this hole. That means this is the oil inlet, because we are blowing air from here. So this is the oil inlet. Wait, stop. And now, this oil inlet, when I put in this holes over here, that is to ensure that this my oil inlet matches with this oil holes over here. Why? If I put it in other position, it will not go only, guys. It will not go in this position only. Because of these pins over here, this nozzle is going to go in only such position where this inlet hole matches with these also. This is the oil inlet hole. What happens is, this oil, now I am going to blow air over here and you see what happens. Blow air. See this coming up, lifting up. There. Now you just watch this nozzle valve coming up. See? So what happens is, when this nozzle valve lifts, the oil from these holes over here, these are very fine holes. So it is through these nozzle holes that the oil come out. Now guys, this is a spacer. Now, one of my very old second engineers, when I was a fourth engineer, told me this thing, and it is very important. They say, bhaiya, nozzle, change this nozzle every 2500 hours. Now see guys, on board ship, whatever manual says, you have to do that. But sometimes companies do not have so much to spend. These nozzles are very costly. So we use them for a longer time. Copy it, guys? We do not change them at every 2500 hours, seeing how the condition of the nozzle is. First thing. Second thing is, manual says, okay, I remove this. Manual says this spacer over here. Can you see this step mark over here? This step mark comes because when nozzle sits over here, this is going like this. When this valve lifts, it is touching over here all the time. So due to which, this step mark is formed on the spacer. Now guys, imagine one thing. Because my nozzle is over here. So in this, when the oil comes in this valve lifts, this strikes this area. Manual says change the spacer if this clearance is, if this step mark is around 0.5 mm. Now guys, we cannot measure this step actually. When it comes to me, I think so it is not 0.5 mm, but very close to that. But important is, why does manual say कि भैया when it becomes 0.5 mm change it? That is more important. And the reason is, when it becomes 0.5 mm, that means your nozzle valve inside, see, it is completely stick to this, right? Over here. And this valve should actually move how much? This much only. Can you see? This much should be the lift. Okay? But what happens is, if there is a step mark, bigger step mark over here, then this valve lift increases, it becomes more. So that means now you are sending more oil into the system. Your exhaust temperatures can increase, which is not good. So people do not know that, but these spacers are a very, very important part. And what we do is, if we are on a very good ship, very good ownership, and they give a lot of spares, fine. But as an engineer, it is our duty to be cost effective, to save money for the company as well, right? So what we do is, if there is a step mark, we have to lap these areas as well and make them fine. I'll show you that as well. But now, this is where my, see this hole over here, spacer, it sits over here. And how? because of these guide pins over here. Copied, guys? Now I have removed this. I have removed the spare. Now let me take out the spring from it. So guys, this is the spring. So guys, this is all that we have in a fuel wall. This is a spring. इस spring के नीचे एक plate आती है for spring to settle like this. This sits on this part over here. You see, fully. And then over here comes this part. And over here, above this, sits your spacer like this. And this is all inside like this, guys. See, always remember, overhauling a fuel wall, disassembling a fuel wall is very easy because you know everything is given in the manual. See, till today, I keep all the manual procedures written over here because all I have learned over the years is follow what the manual says and you will not make mistakes. If you will not make mistakes, your seniors are going to respect you, they are going to love you because that is what they want, that their juniors should not make mistakes. But again, now guys, one most important thing is, now this is a washer, these are the lock nuts which need to be free. Fine. I clean all these holes properly. And then I have to box it up after cleaning. But always remember one thing, guys, that when you are boxing up, you have to ensure that this surface which is sealing over here and this surface which is sealing over here should be sealing very properly. Why? Because if they are not sealing, so this oil can leak from here little bit over here inside and can come out from over here. Got it, guys? If it is not sealing over here, it is not sealing over here properly, then this oil can leak out from this side or inside over here into the center hole, and from the center hole it will start coming over here. So this gives you a very indication whether these surfaces are properly lapped or not. And now when I was pressure testing, I could see some little bit visual coming from this part over here, so I knew that I have to do slight bit of lapping over here. We have got a special lapping paste. We have to keep it in clean condition, guys. Guys, lapping in itself is a big theory, and frankly speaking, I do not know much. Whatever I have learned over the years is from a few senior second engineers, chief engineers, or fitters. But you will have sufficient fundas on board ship to know how the lapping to be done. All I have learned is over the years to put little bit lapping paste like this, cover this up, no dirt should go in the lapping paste, and then make a 8. You form a 8. And then you rotate it a bit. Got it, guys? Once you have done that, you will assemble it and do the pressure testing. It's simple, guys. Nothing to think about much. But again, follow the manual. What follows the manual says, that is very, very important. Or you should have a very strong why reason why you do this. Got it, guys? Jai Mata.